Well, hey there. Welcome back, YouTube, to another story quest. We got the big update out. Arlecchino's here, new explorable area, and not to mention the quest for Arlecchino herself. That's what we're playing today, live over on twitch.tv/ducktv. The first thing that you need to know about her character kit is this. Yeah, this is peak.
Hey, traveler.
Lenny, it's been a minute, man. Is volume good?
That voice?
Over here.
What are you doing up, Poisson? Are we incriminating Farina again for another crime? Lenny!
To borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the fated reunion. Running into you two out of the blue like this has really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
He loves us so much.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson?
I will say, I love doing the story quests these days. Like, I feel like it's just so long in between nowadays when we get good story quests. Oh, let me turn it up some more. Here you go. Is that better? How about this? Let me know how the voice sounds.
Wait, Paimon's got it! You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
I'm so excited for the quest, man. It is like when a new season of a TV show drops. You get like a good quest going. You're right.
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Poisson. French people are so funny.
And Fremine here too?
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more crowded than usual.
There's usually like 3 NPCs here now. Yep, there's still 3.
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson? Looks like you run into way more than just a bit of trouble. What's really going on?
Well...
Since the two of you are so curious, perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
Hey.
You scared Paimon half to death.
I got you. I spent $1,000 on you today. I spent $1,000 on you today. For you. I would do anything for you.
You know, on second thought, maybe we don't need to know. It's all probably super confidential House of the Hearth stuff, right? We totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
No need to be nervous.
Her
I can
hips,
sense
man.
your genuine concern from your conversation just now. Of course, I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved.
Well, we are a little curious. We still have our reservations about your organization as a whole.
I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms in the future.
I wish you could.
As for right now,
Meow.
however,
Heard a meow.
I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? The House of the Hearth could stand to be more open with those who have worked so closely with us in the past. As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the Hearth. It's an internal matter.
What sort of rumor?
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
Fremine's hiding this child. I can tell you from moment 1. Some sort of ghost story, maybe? I feel like I'm getting chills already.
A phantom child? Ooh, just hearing the name is giving Paimon the creeps.
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth. So I decided to bring
It's
the
that kid that
children to
died.
Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able to track down the spirit fairly quickly. After that, it's just a matter of resolving the situation, if you will. It shouldn't be much trouble at all. If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased to welcome some visitors.
Look at the way she looks at me. Like, be less obvious about how bad you want me.
Lenny, I'll leave
In front
you
of Paimon?
to entertain our guests. I have some matters to attend to.
Of course, Father.
She's all like... So, Lenny, how you feeling about your dad, your mom, your father? Whatever she is. Couldn't help but feel intimidated during the conversation with the knave. Now that she's gone, it feels like I can finally breathe again. She's so tall and strong and motherly and fatherly. She also suggested that we stick around for a few days, but why?
It has long been a dream of mine to invite you to our home and introduce you to my other siblings. You're quite well known in the organization already. A lot of people have been talking about you, especially after everything with the prophecy. If you're willing, why don't you stay a while and have a little chat with us?
Alright. We don't have anything else to do right now anyway. But let's
Like,
be
go to
clear,
Notland?
We're just gonna be there as guests, okay? Don't get any funny. Oh, wait a second. If we're your guests, that probably means we'll be treated to lots of yummy food, right?
At least when Paimon's like this, it's some type of grounding for us as players. You know, life is still okay when Paimon's asking for food and dumb shit.
Of course. During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing. We bring in quite the bounty every day. In fact, today is the perfect chance for me to show you what I can do in the kitchen. Let's go. I'll take you to where we're staying.
Male wife? Let's go to your...
We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
Awesome, thanks. So, where are we off to now?
Well, when I happened to run into you two earlier, I was actually in the middle of distributing some supplies.
Distributing some supplies?
With this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then. I should probably make sure the rest of these provisions get delivered. Otherwise, people might start to get antsy.
Okay, we'll come with. There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true and what's not. But now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a good look at how you operate.
Well, you're more than welcome to come along. Just follow me.
How many people do you think he killed to get that teardrop? Be honest. I love how when we were starting this, they were like, we have nothing better to do than to come with you on this quest. Bro, we're looking for my brother who's been missing for years. We have to go to Notland. Nothing better to do.
Linny, we're finally here.
Chapeau?
Supplies. I'm assuming you've...
You got the good stuff? Get the good stuff, plug?
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go. Hello? Something caught your eye?
Wow, he's in love with me.
It's the Traveler in Paimon.
I know. Back up, bro. Fan behavior.
No way!
Fan behavior, bro.
Come here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
Gotta sign some autographs and shit.
One at a time, please. Don't crowd around them all at once. We don't want to scare off our guests now, do we?
Sorry, hissing.
Oh, it's all right! Gotta say, Paimon didn't realize we were this famous.
Of course! Father and Linny have told us so much about you.
Father told us about how you helped Linny. According to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give. As you can imagine, everyone's been very curious about you.
She does not have nice things to say about anybody else.
I heard the Traveler is so strong that she can move a mountain with her bare hands.
Yeah. If you consider a small rock out of the floor a mountain.
I heard Paimon eats
Sup,
so
Shauna?
much that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel de Boer in just 3 days.
That's true. That one's true.
Wait a second! That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, not cool at all!
Mine's also a bit of a stretch.
Oh, wait. When guests visit, you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff, right?
Oh, we don't need something like that. Besides, we don't have anything to give to you. Come on, we insist. I can give you some of my new potions. Just pick your poison. And by that, I mean medicine or actual poison. I've got both.
She's 9. She's a child. What?
Huh?
How did...
Or
Huh?
Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. He's super good at it. He's never been caught.
Paimon went, huh?
Ah, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? When it comes to eliminating your enemies, staying quiet can go a long way. Trust me, I would know. I was poisoned not too long ago.
By
and
the
I'm still dealing
child?
with the after effects. So I'm not quite as good as I was before, but I can still give you some pointers.
Did you get poisoned by the girl?
When you said gifts, I didn't think you meant poison and stealth tactics.
But those are the best things we can give you. You don't like them?
No, I don't. I don't like the poison. I'm gonna say it's a terrible gift. Awful
Tell me the
gift.
name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll teach him a lesson for you.
All right, we gotta start talking about family lessons, man. Life lessons with these children. We can't. Bro's got a death note. Paimon looks right at Lumine and goes, Aether.
All right, Fold, Selwar. I think that's enough suggestions for now. When it comes to being a good host, it's the thought that counts. You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything. I would say your enthusiasm has certainly gotten across.
Don't ever forget that this is also Blade from Honkai Star Rail.
Really?
Absolutely.
Awesome! It's been so long since we have had guests to play with. If there's anything you need, just let us know.
Yeah, especially if it's poison or something. I've got all sorts of potions for that.
I'll never forget her as the poison girl.
Well, we'll talk to you all later. We've still got supplies to distribute.
All right, see you later.
We got drugs to push. Sorry about the ads.
Bye. Lenny, about all that poison and stealth tactics talk just now.
Scared you, did it? That kind of talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth. When Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets, just out of curiosity. He was labeled a dangerous problem child and was abandoned by his family.
Oh.
Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret. You really have to keep an eye on that one.
So these kids are terrifying. Got it.
Chaplot is around my age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance. He's very passionate about his work and has no reservations about taking on some very difficult missions. I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of intentions. Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean a lot to them. They were just trying to share the best of what they could offer, that's all.
I love strangling cats and making acidic poisons. That's all I have to offer as a person. Strangling their cats out of curiosity is such a morbid line to really just put into your head. That Foltz is fucking crazy.
Wow, the trap.
They don't really seem as intimidating as you hear in the
They're gonna try to
stories.
fight me. They're gonna try to fight me, dude. I swear to God. Foltz is gonna try to strangle me in my sleep.
Probably get along really well with Filial. If only they got here sooner.
Filial? Filial? Ford F-150.
Supplies are here.
Filial.
Thanks. And who are these two? Outsiders?
She's probably gonna be the craziest of them all.
Ah, allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about.
Saviors of the world.
It's nice to meet you. I heard you've traveled to all sorts of places. Is that true?
We got Nantuel. Nantuel.
Of course, we're making our way all across to that.
Oh, good for you.
I thought his name was Nutella at first.
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now then. Have you seen the new opera that started running recently? I think it's called... The 4,000 Thieves?
Huh?
Oh, this is the first we've heard of it.
4,000
It
thieves.
seems like it's going to be fantastic. From what I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway. You should definitely check it out if you have the time.
It's like 100 thieves? Nah, 4,000 of them.
Oh, and there's the Blind Maiden, too. That one is supposed to have audience interaction. Seems pretty interesting.
As you spend more time talking about popular culture, the atmosphere becomes
After
more
this
relaxed.
mission is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair.
Yeah, pink.
Wonder how much it'll cost.
40 bucks if you do it at home. I like 40 bucks a hair dye, just about.
Is it just
Some bleach
or do
color.
these two seem much easier to get along with than the others? Looks like the House of the Hearth has some normal members after all.
They're hiding. They're crazy.
I heard that.
Oh. It's good to know that NPCs can actually hear the outlandishly, just like in the face comments that Paimon says.
Oh!
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others? Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now. I'm sure they just can't wait to get back to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
That's enough, Filial.
What plan are you working on?
Don't talk about family members behind their back, right? Whatever. Let's go.
Lenny better put you in your place in the family.
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time, we should go see the opera together.
Lenny said, don't forget, I'm a unique model. You're NPC number 4. Don't forget it. Don't forget who's got a vision on their back. And a banner out right now.
Well, that's it for the supplies. We should probably head back as well.
Well, they
Feel
didn't
all the
seem too
banner's
happy
gonna go
with each other.
crazy.
Seems like there could be something more going on here.
We should observe for now. It's better not to pry.
You're right. We're only here as guests after all. Oh, Linny's getting super far ahead. Come on, let's catch up.
Monka. Damn, Kosel kind of built. Wait, I remember Kosel. He lives here. He's a. Hold on. F tier butt. Not a good butt. Terrible butt. Da-da-doo. Terrible butt. His more arms than Ito, definitely not more ass. Sino type shit. Okay, I would not disgrace him.
So, what do you think of the members you've met so far?
A little like quirky.
Well, Father is always encouraging us to be strong-willed and independent. So if there's one thing we've got, it's people who aren't afraid to speak their mind.
True.
Well, I should probably get cooking. Wanna join?
Let him cook.
Then let's head out and... Uh-huh. Fremine, what are you doing here?
Is bro okay?
Well...
He's hiding the kid ghost whatever in that crate.
Hey, nice to see you again.
Lenny's look at him is very suspicious. He's already suspicious of his brother.
You too. I heard you're here as guests of House of the Hearth. Welcome.
We were just going to make some food. Why don't you come along? I could use some help in the kitchen, and I seem to remember you mentioning you wanted to make seafood soup for the traveler in Paimon.
Seafood soup? Oh, Paimon's drooling already.
I feel like Paimon's voice sounds a little lower today. Am I crazy or does it sound a little like lower?
Were you looking for something just now, Fremine? Maybe I can help.
Not as high up here.
Nothing.
Sounds different.
I just wanted to see if there were any extra supplies.
They were in the booth, like, you can actually be chill for once. Duck, if you were a Genshin character, what region, vision, and weapon would you have? I would be a sword-wielding electro character from Snezhnaya. Or Pyro from Snezhnaya. Wants that anima bow. Bro wants to be Venti. Like, I would actually be like, the one thing we don't have, a tall male model from Snezhnaya animo sword.
Yeah, we've got some left over. What do you need?
Some food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
For who, Fremine? Your clothes look awfully clean to me right here.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water... Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware, and you were just going to come eat with us.
Wait a minute.
What's this all about?
This isn't a beach.
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry at night. Could be because I'm growing,
you know?
This guy is so obvious.
Fremine, you remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work. Tell me what's going on. Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
Are you harboring a dead child?
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some space.
I agree.
This is the first time I've seen that kind of look on your face. Whatever happened, does it have something to do with Father?
Oh man, we're ramping up already.
Yes. Just follow me.
We're about to see a dead child.
You're back! Oh, and you've brought some friends with you this time.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hello, my name's Linny. I grew up in the House of the Hearth. And you are?
Hi, Linny. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth, just like you.
Hold on. Hold on. Ah, shit! My chair broke! I leaned back in my chair. It just snapped. I hit my knee. That is the kid, though. Oh, okay. She's alive. That's crazy.
You can call me Clervie.
I should be calling you dead because you shouldn't be alive.
Clervie?
It's nice to meet you.
People who didn't watch the animation right now are probably like, "Oh, oh, Clervie, so cute."
Does that name ring any bells, Linny?
No, not at all. That's not a name we have on our roster, I'm sure of it. What I'm not sure of, though, is how she managed to sneak in. She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Fremine. You, haven't told Father, have you?
No, I haven't told anyone. I've just been keeping her hidden.
The most wide open place known to man.
For how long?
About half a month now.
Fremine, she gotta pay rent at this point, man. At that point, she has to pay rent.
So ever since we got to Poisson, then, do you have any idea what you're doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If Father finds out about this, everyone involved is going to be punished.
It's crazy that the father hasn't looked behind the boat because she's just out there in the open.
You know the rules of the house, Fremine. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal. So why are you doing this?
This will be the reason why the fight happens at the end.
I've thought it through. And I just can't hand her over like that. Linny, don't you remember last year? Sheplo nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking effect, and not a single person was there to help him. That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him. I opened my eyes, but I couldn't find the source of the voice. I thought maybe I was just hearing things, but I went to look for him anyway. Luckily, I got there with enough time to save his life. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices, it's
What's she
happened
doing?
many times in the House of the Hearth. I'm sure you've noticed.
So what you're saying is...
She was
that
there.
was her? She was the one who spoke to you that night?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth,
Is she even real right
I
now?
don't think there's any other possibility.
This is the physical manifestation of a spirit? Is that ley line related?
If Clervie were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have acted without a second thought, because that's what Father ordered us to do.
If she were our enemy.
But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time. I think that makes her family.
Family.
I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with. Not when there's so much we still don't know.
So what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever. Someone is bound to find out eventually.
Like how you literally showed us.
I
And how bad you are at
haven't thought
lying.
that far yet. I don't want to disobey an order from Father, but I also don't want to put Clervie in danger.
Come with me. There are a couple things I'd like to say to you in private.
Young man grabs by the ear, pulls him out by the ear. I don't really remember that well, but I think that the ley line manifestations in Inazuma, like the teapot guy during this riding quest, was also looking very physical. Like this.
Two sure care a lot about each other.
Or is he more like faded out? No, it was more like blue hologrammy. Yeah, I'm making that up. It was different than this.
Well, they got a funny way of showing it.
There's like
Where Paimon
memories
was floating,
leaking
it
out
sure
of the ley
seemed
lines.
Like they were about to bite each other's heads off. No way. They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away, because I also have a friend like that. I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last. The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
I'm sorry, Liddy. I really didn't mean to drag anyone else into this.
Oh, really? You didn't mean to? 'Cause I, for one, wish you did.
Huh? What do you mean?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by Father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest. Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
True.
Linny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremine, we've stood by each other for all these years now, and to me, that means more than blood.
So start calling me brother again.
You and Lynette are the most important people in my life. No one can replace you. So I won't let you face anything alone.
W brother.
Not if I can help it.
He didn't scold him for doing something dangerous. He said, let me help you do the thing.
Oh, looks like things are getting kind of heated between Linny and Fremine. Maybe we should go check on them.
W brother.
Oh, it's raining.
Clervie?
Clothes away.
It's me, Arlecchino. Well, anyways, gotta finish that fight. But- oh my god, I thought I killed her. Oh my god. Very. She's looking for me. She's definitely a spirit if she's walking in and out of reality like this. Story over. GG. Young man.
Hey, you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything. Like a fight, or... Oh, wait a minute, Fremine. You're not crying, are you? Is everything all right?
Are you crying, little Frimmy Wimmy Bimmy?
everything's fine. Thanks.
Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together, so if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with. In fact, it might be better if your stay ended here.
Imagine the story quest ended, but sometimes having guests can come in handy.
What are you getting at, Traveler?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it?
Yeah, because you ever been over at your friend's house and they're just like, the mom won't argue with them because you're there? Some friends I've had, though, their parents don't care. They smack them in the face as soon as you have a problem. But my mom would not escalate with me if we had other friends over. She'd be like, I'll talk to you later.
I just... Thank you. I was really hoping to keep you out of it. But even if I could think of some other reason to turn you away, I'm not sure I could convince you. I know things could turn dangerous, so I promise you this. From now on, I'll protect you like my life depends on it.
Brother.
Me too.
Well,
W
back
family.
to the matter at hand then. If we don't plan on handing Clervie over to Father, then our only other option is to solve the mystery of her identity before Father is able to track her down.
Okay, so she seems like a ghost to me because she can walk in and out of reality.
That means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then we can send her on her merry way and pretend like none of this ever happened.
I've tried that already.
And?
And... nothing. I tried taking her somewhere really far
She's a
away,
ghost.
but after some time, she just reappeared.
Try to drown her.
She even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house is, she follows.
How has she not shown up in front of Arlecchino yet then? Because you're so
I don't
close.
know much about spirits. Do you two have any ideas?
Let's see here. Oh, Paimon remembers hearing something like, if you fulfill a spirit's last wish before they died, they'll let go of whatever is keeping them here and return to the ley lines.
It is a ley line leak.
Oh, it's just that Paimon doesn't really remember where she heard that, so it's not guaranteed to work or anything.
This is so like deep for the story of Genshin that things keep popping up with ley lines like
Well,
this.
sounds like it's worth a shot. Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish. But first, Fremine, I need you to promise me something.
What is it?
Duck, what? What'd I do? What did my pay chatter do? Duck's pay chatter, why did you time out Shauna for 600 seconds? Was that an accident, pay chatter? Why did you do that? Wait a minute, who is it? He's compromised? Wait, did they get to him? Okay, are you compromised? I thought something bad was happening. Wait, chat again. Duck's undies. I should mod Duck's undies instead. Duck's undies. Can you chat for me real quick? Hackermans. Then why was I timed out? I think it was an accident? Maybe you shouldn't mod people we don't know. You know, that's a good idea. That's a fair idea. That's a fair assessment. Oh my god, that's a fair assessment. Anyways. Yeah, when I have friends over, my mom wanted to yell at me, but she can't. I'm like, ha, bitch, you ain't gonna do nothing. What is it, Fremine?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us. We're the masterminds behind this whole thing. No one else gets involved.
Lynette?
Can you do that for me?
What about our sister?
Of course. I promise.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
The little bro fist is so cute.
I swear.
Lynette? Where'd she pop out of? We summoned her? Her face. Like, bitch, you were gonna tell me? Bitch. You weren't gonna tell me.
Whoa!
Damn, the sound effects.
Lynette!
Hey.
What a surprise. What brings you here, dear sister?
She does not care.
And, when exactly did you get here?
These animations are good. He said, don't play coy with me, dumbass.
You're an idiot, brother. And you too, Fremine.
I love Lynette. She's my favorite of the three by so far.
You 3, Traveler.
Okay, all
And
right,
you
man.
4, Paimon.
Don't bring me into this.
Wait, what did we do?
I'm just a bystander. Hello?
I've seen Clervie around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out you were just hiding her.
You didn't mention anything at all?
I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in.
That was cool camera work from them. Hats off to get on the camera work there. That was funny. Actual good addition. Well, she's in it
If you
now.
agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father. Simple as that.
Well, I'm in. Let's go. You're in. It's old.
You're not giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette. Well, I guess we're all in this together then. After we talk to Clervie, we'll figure out our next move. There's no time to lose. Let's go.
Okay, let's go talk to Clervie. That was the funniest instance of Lynette joining. I love that so much. Their dynamic is so good. Sister blackmail tactic.
I'm full. Thank you for bringing me this food, you guys.
It looks untouched.
She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
I am so observant, by the way. She's a spirit, so she can't really eat.
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clervie can interact with the physical world at all.
So what is the issue with bringing her to Father? She's not going to actually be hurt.
Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while. Maybe, in her mind, she really is eating those things.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer. My guess is that she's just as confused as we are. Or maybe she couldn't understand the question at all.
I guarantee Arlecchino already knows about this. She's just waiting for them to be honest with her.
Clervie, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Oh, another new friend. Hi, I'm Clervie.
Hi, you're dead.
Hello.
Lynette is the actual best sibling.
Clervie,
Hello.
how did you join the House of the Hearth?
Yeah, if she's dead, why does it matter?
Isn't it the same for everybody? The Knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
It's just that your name, it's not on the roster. And I've never seen you before.
The roster? Oh, I get it now. I think there might be some things you don't know about this place.
So was the title of the Knave also on the old, like, leader of the House of the Hearth? I thought that was an exclusive title given to Arlecchino. It was? Oh, I didn't know that.
People in charge, they're not as nice as they look.
She
They
inherited
say
it.
they keep a roster, but it's not complete. There are a lot of people who aren't on it, and never will be. In this house, some people are family, and other people are just test subjects. Those kinds of people aren't ever going to get a place on the roster, unless it's the roster of people who've been executed.
That's a happy story, Clervie.
Wait, does that mean the Knave... She...
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry. She's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in this place.
Perry is the Knave.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
That's our mama's name. Our
No.
papa's name.
Me neither.
Can you describe her? Ask for the white hair.
Clervie, Perry. Neither of those names are on the roster. But it seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks bigger than mine.
I do wonder if it will be better at the end for us to, like, not have watched the animation, because, like, already we know. I feel like not knowing what would happen here would be like, what the heck is going on with this mystery child?
Maybe we should try a different approach. Clervie, do you have a wish?
Peruere is actually... Wait, you're right. Peruere is also... is just Arlecchino's name. Who is Perry? Is that a nickname?
A wish?
It can be anything you want.
The hell?
Just imagine. It's your birthday, you're blowing out the
What are you
candles,
laughing at? Wait.
And your wish
Peruere is her name. Peruere is her name. It's a nickname. How can I derive that? Wait, what? That's the nickname? Arlecchino is Perry the Platypus. Don't add that into this. Peruere, Perry. Those could be different people. I don't know. French people be naming their kids Perry, Paris, 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 like with Paris, but Paris, like without an S. I don't know. Anyways, what is your wish? My nickname is not Dally, for one thing. Let's get that straight. Nobody calls me Dally.
To go outside.
Oh, that's really.
Where the sun can find me.
No.
That's it? Well, that sounds easy enough. The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
What does she mean by that? Things can't be this simple.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. Listen up. I've got a plan. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clervie outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clervie was talking about and see if her name is on it. Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clervie. I need you to collect intel on everything she's said and done.
Understood.
We got a team here.
I'll try my best.
Peruere is actually, wait, you're right. Peruere is also, is just Arlecchino's name. Who is Perry? Okay. Okay. Perry does not sound like a nickname for Peruere. I remember the short saying Peruere. I never heard Perry.
What about us? What should we do?
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. I don't want to drag you in too deep. It's too risky. Let me think. Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little while. You don't need to do anything except keep up some nice, casual conversation.
She's gonna tell us the darkest stories now.
Ah, Paimon gets it. You want us to distract her.
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it'll alert you that something's wrong.
She just has magic birds lying around.
Of course.
I'll give you a magic bird.
Resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's
Of
no
course he
need
has
to make
magic
contact.
birds.
We'll reconvene here tonight after all's said and done. If the worst case scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line.
Monka.
You too. Okay, this is where we part. Father should be at the beach nearby.
You know she already knows. She's just waiting for her kids to be honest.
I really hope this goes well. No.
Take this
it
magical
has to
bird
go
I
well.
just have on
That's
my
the
ass.
only way this can get resolved.
Alright. Simple enough. The child who doesn't exist. He's in every damn quest. You're back from Snezhnaya already? Isn't he supposed to be resting?
It's the Knave and child. Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating? What are you still doing in Fontaine?
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect to run into you here.
I feel like he's gonna die sooner than he should because he's just too damn
I was
stubborn.
unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya, and well, I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine. So, I mustered up all my strength and made the journey back on my own.
Okay, he probably doesn't have a vision.
What sort of unfinished business are we talking here?
It has to do with Skirk,
He does.
my master.
It's
I
back,
really wanted
actually.
to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she'd already left. I still have so many
Fake.
questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the Knave to help me track her down.
She's looking for
She
Skirk.
must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
Very soon, chat. If you're a fan of Skirk or Misha and Honkai Star Rail, we will be playing games with the VA of Skirk on stream soon. We're setting up a lobby with Skirk's VA is one of the few people who will be joining. So that'll be fun. Come to the Twitch stream to watch that live.
Oh, okay. So, have you found any clues?
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence, certain existences can still manage to escape our purview.
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found.
Can she just pop in and
But
out?
that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then...
He reminds me of Tepe. Like when he was coughing with his like delusion stuff back in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting better first.
The worst of it is over.
Collapses and it'd be so funny if he collapsed.
It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. They didn't go down easy, let me tell you. Pain and chills all over. But they really did help speed up my recovery.
He drank poison. He 100% drank poison.
That's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me. He
Sertologi.
sent someone to tell me I'm needed for some sort of project.
Or does he mean Sertologi by old man or like Capitano?
Project
or friggin'.
Stuzha?
Oh, nope. He's talking about Fatui. Stuzha. Don't forget this for the future. Project Stuzha.
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrator's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for
Regrator.
sure. Hey, maybe you could think of a way for me to stay in Fontaine for a little longer.
Stuzha equal Project Winter.
Helping Linny and the others brush up on
Pantalone.
their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be
Baiju
even
twin.
better. I've been waiting for a chance to see you go all out.
Dude, you can barely stand up without coughing.
And what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a role to play in all this. I'll be leaving Fontaine shortly as well. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries, what a great honor. Wouldn't you agree?
Her voice is too good.
One I could do without, I'd say.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind
They're
of feel
kind
like
of trash talking their colleagues. Yeah, they're shitting on their colleagues on their backs.
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do I owe the visit?
A hug. Where my hug at, girl?
well, we just...
Want to learn more about you.
Right. We're super close to Linny and the others, but we still don't know much
Where my
about
hug
you.
at?
Is that so? Introductions have already been made, have they not?
Oh, well, you see? There's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra, like, why do you call yourself father?
You see the bottoms of my heels? That's why.
Huh, good question. I'd also like to know.
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success. And we can't have that. Now can we?
She's not gonna tell us?
Spoken like a true diplomat.
What the hell?
That was some expert sidestepping right there.
She's got PR training.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Wait, don't go!
I'll miss you too much. If the Knave leaves right now, she's sure to run into Linny and Clervie. Yes, the thing is, I think she already knows. She's testing us. Should I release the bird Linny gave us? No, we should try to get her talking about something else first. What does the organization mean to you?
I'd also like
House
to
of
hear
the
the
Hearth.
answer to this. I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids.
He wants to know everything
Actually
too.
reminded me of Tonya and Tusser.
I forgot we had a whole quest with Tusser in
Which,
it.
by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
What are you gonna do, Mr. Worldwide?
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least, that's what I heard.
Oh, you're bringing up old shit. Oh.
Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
The knave betrayed the house of the hearth. So does that mean what Clervie said was true? Does the knave really treat children like test subjects?
Wait, did you really do something bad to those kids?
No.
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster had to say. Care to enlighten me?
Ah, well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family.
Okay, so of course they're gonna give that narrative. We were basically enslaved to fight each other to be the best test subjects for them. You don't know that. I fought for justice.
I see.
Huh. Based on your reaction, I'm guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue.
But we did do those things.
Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved, but I don't intend to clear that up just yet. Prejudice has a funny way of concealing the real truth behind certain things, an attribute that I find to be quite advantageous.
The voice just cut out there for a second. Advantageous.
Call yourself a Fontanian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of things, when the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
You were abused here.
Huh?
Her voice
You're not
glitches
actually
too.
from Fontaine?
She's crazy.
Why did you try to help out with the prophecy?
Oh,
and
because she's
everything?
Conrian.
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it easier to operate.
This is a big
People would hardly
confirm.
suspect a fellow Fontanian of having any ulterior motives. Who wouldn't want to save their homeland after all?
Okay, this is definitely a big confirm here that she's.
The primordial sea wouldn't
Gotta
have
be
any effect
Conrian.
on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well, you wanted extra information, didn't you?
That's a big
There
info.
you go. I hope that satisfied your curiosity.
So you're a hilly churl. So much for learning anything else about her betrayal. She probably only reveals that other secret in order to change the subject. It seems like she's trying to avoid talking about her past.
You stayed in Fontaine for the kids.
She's
I guess I
not
was
Nalia.
wrong
There's
to
no
believe you
way.
betray them. Apologies. Looks like I was holding on to some prejudices
no way.
myself.
She has to be Conrian because she's got the same hands that the kid in that other world quest did. Had like the same like blackened hands, and he turned into a full-on hilly churl. And he's a result of the Conrian cataclysm disaster whole thing, and she probably is another survivor.
Good. Like I said, I like it
Probably.
when others have misconceptions of me.
So I might be wrong about her. Yeah, the Caterpillar, that's his name.
Actually,
The one in the
while I was
Maripede.
recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was
Same
something
hands.
else that really caught my attention. I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar, and the loser has to back down.
Bro always wants to
Seems
fight.
pretty cool if you ask me. Would also give them plenty of opportunities to hone their skills.
He just wants to fight all the time.
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so friendly. The losing party would lose everything, including their life.
They were that high stakes? Whew, at least that's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, dang.
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand.
So she already knows.
Just imagine.
She already knows.
Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, while Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
She's like, you don't know what it's like to be a father.
Okay. I get the picture.
The characters feel a lot more animated. It's the type of conversation that would usually leave you falling asleep, but you find yourself grateful for child for buying you more time. So they're
Well,
talking about
if you look
Tusser
at
and
the
Tonya
time, I should probably get going.
for way too long.
Traveler,
Which is good for
Paimon,
us.
I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each other, we should definitely try and find some time to spar.
Well, I know I'm going to see you in everything ever. So I'll see you when we get to Notland, buddy.
Again, maybe this is a conversation we can have when you look less like you're gonna keel over.
All right. Well, thanks for everything, Arlecchino.
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say we can call ourselves even.
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you all some other time.
It is a very big confirmation here that she's not Fantanian. We had said she was the entire Archon quest.
Going to. Do you want to head back with us?
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
She knows! Was it obvious? Was it my eye contact? What did I do? How did I give it away? Was I looking at her butt too much?
Oh!
I looked at her butt too much.
What do you see?
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. I have some things to think about. Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight. I do hope you'll have a pleasant stay.
Okay.
We managed to keep her distracted.
I just got mail. Whose mail is this? Happy birthday, Baiju, I guess. I don't know, like... I just realized my music's on 9, guys. I'm so sorry I've been watching on YouTube for so long, and the volume for the music's been so loud.
You decided to stay a little longer. Let's take in the ocean view together, then.
Wait, she wants us.
Lenny, how did everything go?
Okay. We got a plan?
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue. Clervie can't go into the sunlight.
Does she melt? She melts.
Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the surface just like I told her. But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished.
She forever has to live in the shadows.
I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... No, it wouldn't be her wish if that were the case. Well, we could
Pushing
always
her?
try pushing her into it.
Not sure pushing works on non-corporeal beings.
Oh, true.
She doesn't have a body, Paimon.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked.
Why is it let's shove
Eventually,
her?
the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with you, Lynette?
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
Really? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look.
Let's see this full list of previous Hearth members.
Oh, that's a lot of pages.
Jesus.
Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
We can each take a section. Here.
We're all doing homework.
La Pouillade, Landois, Chambel, Horaire.
Stop being French. Horaire, Landon, Lampouillard, Jambiel. Execution list, by the way.
Oh, yikes. That Horaire guy has a huge scar on his face. He's kinda giving Paimon the creeps.
Hope I don't have to remember that.
I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember him joking with me about it. He said any future lover would take one look at him and then lose all interest.
I don't know. Some people are into scars. Into like, Joker, how'd you get those scars kind of
Did he
vibes.
say anything else?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation ended. It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but it didn't work. One day, Father asked to see him, and, well, I never saw him again after that.
Just because he liked somebody? Because he had a crush?
Wait, so that means the Knave, she...
So once you're in the gang, you can't leave the gang.
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house.
Once a member, always a member.
Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. So, if you do try to leave, you pay with your life.
So this quest today ends with them three trying to leave. A solemn atmosphere descends over the group as you look at the list of names.
Her name's not here.
Clervie's not on the list.
Well, that's not too surprising. It doesn't seem like this list is complete. It only contains records dating back around 5 years. Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything out?
5 years only.
Fremine.
Sorry. I was thinking about something. I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help but notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little... strange.
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past, times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and Filial are a good example of that.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see how they might not get along. They had very different vibes, and their, interests seem to be pretty different as well.
That's to be expected,
Their
actually.
vibes.
Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. But that's also where the similarities end. Not all of us feel the same desire to stay here. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui.
By extension.
And to a lot of people, that's an identity they never asked for.
They just wanted a family.
Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves.
Damn.
But considering the rules of the house, most people would never say that out loud.
So we gotta fight for the freedom of these kids.
People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui. Filial and Nantoy, on the other hand, well, they aren't quite as enthusiastic.
How can you let Foltz be having an opinion about anything? He's a child that strangled a cat. Of course he wants to be on the Fatui, okay? He's naturally wired to be the bad guy.
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is in the dark about any of this.
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. Filial and the others, it seemed like they were meeting in secret to talk about something.
Of like escaping?
I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clervie.
Or like bringing this up.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. But I wouldn't be surprised if she said something to them about the darkness in the house and how deep it runs. She's told me about it before. Experiments being run on children. People being used as pawns on the battlefield without so much as the strength to survive.
And they just believed all that? Without any evidence?
But you know there's some dark shit there, Lenny.
Clervie's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for. Whether they actually believe them to be true is secondary.
This is all because of Project Stuzha, isn't it?
Project Stuzha or Winter.
Whoa. Hold on a second.
Break that down.
What's this Project Stuzha all about, huh? This is the second time it's come up now.
Dude, I'm so like such a nerd for Genshin. Whenever they bring up new terms that'll be relevant later.
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either.
Like we're gonna have a teaser one day where like Capitano goes, launch Project Stuzha.
I only know what Father has told us, which is
Something
that it's
crazy.
something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together.
Or one of them too.
Apparently, it has to do with the Fatui's strategic plan for the future.
Man, this is gonna be big in the future. This is gonna be our conquest level stuff, I'm telling you right now.
Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the honor of playing a key role in Project Stuzha.
That's Project Take Over the World.
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
Key role is just another way of saying dangerous role. To us, the whole thing is an inconvenience. Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of funding. It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan, it's an honor in name only. What they're really trying to do is subdue us. The existence of an intelligence organization outside their control makes them feel uneasy.
So by staying in the house, you're inevitably gonna be snuffed out because the Fatui don't necessarily even like the agency existing. But you can't leave because then you're going against the code of the house. So like it's like die by the hands of Arlecchino or die by the hands of the Fatui one day. This is a terrible situation. Looks like the Fatui are plotting something big, but given how Lenny and how little Lenny and the others seem to know about it, I probably won't be able to learn much. This will be a Snezhnaya plotline. Keep a sharp eye during any future dealings with the Fatui to see what I can learn.
Okay, super complicated top secret Fatui business aside, what does all of this have to do with the conflicts you were talking about earlier? Paimon doesn't get the connection.
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife.
Exacerbating.
You can't overlook the power of fear either. People are afraid of dying. And that fear is often the impetus for a lot of stupid decisions. I thought resolving the Clervie situation would make everything go back to normal, but it looks like things are more complicated than I thought. If we leave Filiol and the others to their own devices, sooner or later, Father will be forced to take action.
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right. Even if we confront Filiol and the others, it won't do any good. It might even make matters worse. We should focus on Clervie for now.
Focus on the ghost girl from the ley lines.
Well, it's getting late. We should head back and get some rest. We'll try again first thing tomorrow. Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filiol and the others. Make sure they don't do anything they'll regret.
We need Operation Dissolve the Hearth.
Good work today, everyone.
Without the Fatui doing it.
Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, I call bedtime with Lenny. I mean, I got my own bed.
Oh, I'm always looking forward to an early night, but she can't sleep at all. Hey, you don't think the Knave will be too angry with Lenny and everyone if she finds out about all this, do you? She's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry...
I think she's got a good smile.
Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler?
I'm also afraid of her.
Oh, well, in that case, we should just plan on running away. We'll grab Lenny and the others and we can make a break for it as fast as we can.
This Paimon voice sounds better than normal. I don't know why. This VA job. I like how this sounds this time.
Look over there.
It doesn't feel as high up as before. No. Maybe they're watching the streams and hearing players say this. Maybe they're actually watching.
Quick, let's catch up with her before anyone sees.
That was more natural. Yo, Dawei, are you here? Yo, type 1 in the chat if you're Dawei. Dawei. He'll show up. Oh my god. Dawei, I'm such a big fan.
There.
Oh. Meow. You're not a cat. I can't pet you either. We are Dawei. Oh yeah, speak Mandarin right now. That's good that they applied the criticisms.
Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast.
Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. So stupid. Coming. He said. Wait, it might be Dawei. He might be Dawei.
Oh,
So dumb.
look, she stopped.
The moonlight's out. You can step outside the moon. Oh, here comes the sad music. Sit up in your seats. Get your tissues ready.
Clervie. I opened the window while no one was looking. Look how pretty the outside is.
Window? We don't have a window. You're in like a shack.
If only I could have more than this.
She ignored me.
You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting. It's better to dream of what I could have than try to make it a reality, right? Please, help us get on the same page here, Clervie. We need you to tell us what you know. Can you do that?
So I will say, if the voice director's listening to this, you nailed it. Paimon nailed it. The VA nailed it.
Sure.
Better.
Although, after you hear all this, I think you might regret that decision. Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used and exploited. We're all expendable. Including me.
Oh.
As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value. You're handed over to the doctor, experimented on,
and given a fate worse than death. I've seen it happen again and again, and I've had enough.
We had talked a lot about if the doctor was the guy experimenting on the kids originally. And I had said yes, but I remember that day we reacted to the trailer, there was like some conversation around maybe he wasn't there yet. But in this opening cinematic, the doctor is like right here. See that? So he was there working on the kids for a long time. If it's the same doctor, which I mean, I'm assuming it is.
You're saying
God knows how old he
did all
is.
that? It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it seems like even she has lines she wouldn't cross.
Did the doctor give Arlecchino her curse? I would like to say that the doctor is probably responsible for her turning into a human. Like, my theory is that she's just a full-on hilly churl that was just one of a random hilly churls, got turned into a human the same way that Kari Bear could have, but he was like a failure. You know, he was preserved for so long with intelligence, a little bit of intelligence, but he wasn't like a good model the same way that Arlecchino was for some reason.
I knew you wouldn't believe me. Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother.
Mother?
You mean father? Now they didn't watch the animation.
But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if I had things my way, I'd never see her again. If only Perry were here, she'd understand.
Perry. There's that name again.
It's a nickname, by the way.
Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling. It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually talking to us or if she's mistaken us for someone else.
She's a spirit, it could be anything.
Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to. We should keep her company for a little longer. She looks so young. But it seems like she's been through a lot.
It's getting windy. I should close the window.
It's getting windy. Oh, she thinks she's in a house.
Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, you can see the aurora. It's supposed to be super pretty. Even prettier than the moon tonight.
Feels bad, man. I'd love to see
Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together. But I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her a lot. I should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me, and I'm too scared to face her. What should I do?
After some time, she seems to come back to herself.
Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her. Well, let's head back. We've got an early morning tomorrow.
I wonder if Arlecchino just doesn't know how to deal with this. It was an honest mistake, okay?
Let's go ahead with the plan.
I have a question, sir, before we go over to plan, Lenny. Well, you three look good today. What's the plan?
Oh? What is it?
Have the Knave and the Doctor ever worked together?
What makes you ask that?
Has she been worked on?
Well, we kinda ran into Clervie last night, and that's what she told us. We met the Doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous, and he's done all sorts of bad things.
It's insane how little we've had of the Doctor. He's gonna be so big later.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings.
Do you think he'll be
but
playable?
I don't think Father would work with him. We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set the stage for a successful partnership. I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth.
Interesting. I did hear that when the Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth, as if he didn't already. He's probably working privately with the Mother. Well, it probably wasn't even that, you know? It was probably like the doctor worked on Hilly Churls and they got sent there. Like they got sent off. And the reason why he offered it to Father is because she was a success. So he knows it's possible to make something out of Hilly Churls powerful. And she's dangerous.
Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one. It had to do with some sort of secret experiment.
Secret experiment? Could that be what Clervie was talking about?
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The doctor only proposed a direction for the research. That was the extent of his involvement. I still don't think that counts as working together.
He proposed an idea.
The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. That doesn't seem to be the case with the situation Clervie referred to. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am asking you to trust us on this. The House of the Hearth has its own principles.
Hands over their hearts.
There are certain lines we're not willing to cross.
I can respect that.
Alright, that's good to hear at least. Clervie seems to think the Knave and the Doctor worked together to do something horrible. If that turned out to be true, Paimon doesn't know how he would even face you guys. It's just that it doesn't seem like Clervie is lying either. The easiest thing to do would be just ask the Knave directly, but Paimon doesn't think she'd tell us.
Hey, Arlecchino, so like, what's you and the Doctor ever done before?
Father didn't come back last
I could easily make that
She's
work.
Probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on you to distract her.
To be honest, though, I don't think it's too suspicious to be like, hey, listen, Arlecchino, everything that went on, we helped you with a lot. Fontaine's still living. Let's ask you some questions about a guy we met in Samaria.
Lynette,
that's
you're
unrelated.
Fremine, you know what to do. Be on your guard, everyone. All right, let's get to it.
Okay, another visit with Father. I will never complain about that.
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
Did the Doctor work on you?
A little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles. So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss before I ask any questions? Although I must profess to being curious. Without child here, how do you plan on distracting me?
I'll do what I must.
Us? Distract you? A good one. But no, we were just here for a chat.
A little chit-chat.
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. If you don't have any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere? Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
She knows exactly what's happening.
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
That is such a funny voice line. So you know everything.
Children always think
really
they
Hail
can hide
Married.
things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all, a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer.
She knew from the moment
I
one.
can be very patient. Well,
Gosh,
I'll
she's
leave
so
you to
hot.
think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia.
Palais Mormonia.
Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along. If only for your friends' sakes.
Dude, you wouldn't actually kill them, would you? But yes, Mommy.
What should we do?
Well, we're going to Palais Mormonia. Got a one-way
She
ticket.
clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatening us just now.
No. We should really release the pigeon. Release the pigeon that Lenny sent us. Where do we store this? In our bag?
Oh, good idea. Hopefully he sees it in time. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up. Based on what the Knave was saying just now, it sure didn't seem like it'd be anything good.
We really don't have any other options, but guess all we could do at this time is take it one step
then
at
we
a time.
probably shouldn't keep her waiting. It seems like Linny and the others are on thin ice, so let's do our best to not get them in any more trouble.
We're on thin ice, pal.
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy some pleasant conversation while we wait.
What's she mean with?
I'm glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is necessary for a child's development.
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
Like killing them.
I assume you're referring to Linny, Lynette, and Fremine. Although, there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well.
She knows that too.
It appears quite a few people have been acting out lately. No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. There are no exceptions.
Really? Not even your favorites?
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
God, what a direct voice line.
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel something for them.
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception. You could say our principles are more stringent than most.
Okay, but won't you be sad about having to do it?
Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, you two will not be held accountable along with them.
Damn it. There's really no other way to solve this issue, huh?
I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives.
I would imagine.
As for Filial, Nentoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out alive.
But that's awful.
Ah, you seem concerned. Out of consideration for my guests, I suppose I could turn a blind eye for a little longer.
Give him a couple more days of living
If
so he
Linny
can
and
hoard
the
him.
others manage to dispose of Clervie in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish them.
She
for something
directly
I
knows the
couldn't
name.
prove.
Clervie and everything. She knows the scheme.
If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe.
Okay, so like, why don't you want to deal with Clervie? We'll hold you to it.
Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you. Do try and keep better track of it next time.
She caught my damn bird. She caught my damn bird, bro. Are you a Pokemon master? Like,
It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this.
this poor bird.
It would be such a pity if you were to lose it. Permanently.
Dude, I am so scared of this character.
Where did you get that?
She is her.
Well, I'm
She's
afraid that's
him.
all the time we have to chat.
Where'd they go?
For the matter at hand. I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will always be time later to run off and tell Linny what you've learned. Well, time to go. Looks like we wrapped things up just in time.
What a showrunner. She knows everything. She's everywhere. She has all knowledge. This is an insane character. This character is so much more advanced in terms of like their skill in networking and the pipeline of information and what the principles. Well. We're continuing negotiations even more after the whole Gnosis thing was given up.
It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Hold your barks back, boys. Hold your
I must
barks.
say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with an efficiency worthy of admiration.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect. Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis.
So why would you want to?
I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well.
Hey.
If I may inquire as to the purpose of your visit.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neuvillette.
What is this? The way I'm on edge for him to just like read it and gasp. Waiting. Project Stuzha. Well, it might have something to do with it. The silence is deafening.
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette. So allow me to use water as an analogy.
Every day he'd be like, Mondstadt's water.
A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out.
So it's something to do with the kids.
As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean.
Freedom.
Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation. Or perhaps the glass of a certain water-tasting enthusiast.
Did you get any of that, Traveler?
Yeah, I got it. She's trying to find a way to network the hearth out organically. I think.
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
Among us.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's strained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on that?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine.
So you won't be here, no Fatui will be here at all. The hearth won't be here.
And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
So there'll be less mess in Fontaine's hands if she agrees.
Tartuffe? Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing.
Oh, you mean that asshole that deserves to die and I would do it and I would look really good if I did it, but I didn't.
Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Tartuffe is the guy from the trailer, yes!
Measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
Tartuffe is the dude that she stepped on his face. I totally didn't even get that at first either. It's that same guy. It's the same guy. Grabbed him by the neck. Jesus. Me next.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I am inclined to accept your proposal.
Me on my way, about to embezzle some money from charity.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Neuvillette. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from
the voice is glitching.
Snezhnaya for you to enjoy.
He's gonna love that.
Hope I get the chance to hear your impressions. Perhaps at our next meeting, yes?
2 bottles of spring water from Stuzha. He goes,
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon. Time to go.
He's about to freak out. I haven't tried anything like this. Neuvillette, I'm scared. Please help. She's holding me hostage.
I believe I've told you before that my emotions easily resonate with those of others. Yet in the few meetings I've had with that Harbinger, I haven't been able to sense any aspect of her emotional state.
True.
Her mind is like a still body of water. Who knows what darkness lies in its depths? And the lack of ripples on the surface gives nothing away.
We got no thoughts behind her eyes ever.
It's unclear whether this is her natural state of being, or whether it's an incredible strength of will that gives her the ability to master her emotions. Either scenario, however, suggests she is a very dangerous individual.
She looks like she's a toddler looking at a grown-up talk about, like, life and bills.
I do not expect an explanation as to why you two are by her side. Whatever your reasoning, I would only advise you to take caution.
Alright, well, I'll beat her ass if I... Alright, well, that was fun.
What exactly were you talking about back there? Paimon only heard you mention some rivers, a large body of water, and then some kind of irrigation scheme.
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more pressing concerns at the moment.
Making sure Lenny, Lynette, and Fremenade don't die.
Lenny, Paimon really hopes everything's going okay.
The way she just donut water and walked away.
Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you, Traveler?
The Knave seems relaxed, but she didn't seem to be joking earlier when she said those who betray the organization must pay with their lives. I think she's serious about punishing those kids. How should we stop her? No, there's something else we should figure out first. While we were talking in front of the Palais Marmonia, she mentioned Clerviere's name. She knew that Clerviere was here the entire time. Maybe she even anticipated how Lenny and the others were going to act. She just wanted to test them. I said it was a big old test. It's like when your parents set you up. What the hell? Watch where you're going. Scar.
Oh, shoot. Are you alright?
Not the Deku, bro. Oh, shoot. Ma'am. Sorry. I was just running to class.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
I'm so
golly.
sorry.
Oh.
I was so focused on selling these papers, I wasn't looking where I was going.
I was trying to make my way to my homecoming dance. Dude, they got the scar, by the way. That's the scar from the photo of somebody who was executed? I thought he was killed. My bad. I wasn't paying attention. My bad. It's his bad.
Well, let me make it up to you at least. Here, take this paper. On the house.
One for all. Full cowling. He looks familiar for some reason. He's the dude that was killed. He didn't actually die. Maybe she marks them as killed, gives them a new identity and a new goofy voice.
Oh, you don't have to give us anything.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm short on supply.
How did he accidentally do that?
All the extras will be useless come tomorrow anyway.
So Arlecchino didn't kill him.
It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew. I haven't had many takers today, so I'm still swimming in papers.
What's going on here?
We met a man that you killed. He's
Nothing
alive.
Much. I just ran into your friend here on accident. I should probably get going, actually, so...
Hold on.
Shit.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with mora, it's just... I don't have any on me at the moment.
I'll take 3 papers. Here. Your payment.
She's still his father. Let me give you a little money and help you.
Oh, thank you for your patronage. May the Archons bless you with good fortune.
Does he remember?
If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right? I'm getting married soon, so sometimes it's hard to not get ahead of myself. Anyway, I should head out. Goodbye!
Bro, who did he find to marry his ass?
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson.
Oh, Chaco.
We even acquired some light reading to
Chaka,
enjoy along
or
the
her name
way.
is. Uraraka.
Actually, why don't we stick around for a little longer?
Stalling.
Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
Looks like Paimon's trying to buy us more time. If we head back now, I doubt Liddy and the others will have made any progress. What should we
It
do?
appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in your favor. I'm sorry to ruin your fantasy, but your efforts are meaningless.
Hook kiss?
That being said,
No?
I
Okay,
could
no?
be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. I just have one condition.
Anything.
If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious about Clervie, are you not? And my relationship to her.
Wait, why are you being so generous all of a sudden? You're not gonna ask us to do something bad, are you?
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
Okay, you're not wrong, but damn, you have to say it.
Then what can you possibly...
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Demands and threats only get you so far.
So what's your conditions then, ma'am?
Wonderful. Here it is.
Offend me more. I'm actually okay with it.
When the time comes,
Grumpy.
make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Okay. Sounds normal enough.
Of course, we don't get to hear it.
What do you mean, when the time comes? When is that supposed to be?
That is for you to decide.
Okay, so you know the battle's gonna go down, and you want us to help them against you. You know what you're gonna have to do.
Then we have a deal. Follow me.
Emperor Fire Cover
What is
win.
this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building. Now it's nothing more than a pile of rubble.
Before this patch, it didn't look nearly as good as this.
No one comes here anymore, nor does anyone care about what once happened here. Although, this place does have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you.
Oh boy, here we go.
It was before I became a harbinger, and before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clervie and then her
Okay.
mother.
Yep.
And this is where it all happened.
That was so straightforward and not fluffy. You gave it to us as it is.
You were the one that killed Clervie?
Non-animation watchers.
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clervie's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning.
We actually don't know all the lore, so...
Clervie was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children. Crucibina was the Knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clervie's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the house.
She biologically had this kid. That's something we didn't know.
Clervie
They look similar.
was happy here, for a time. But she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy tale at all. It was a kind of purgatory.
Yeah, she wasn't even adopted. She was born into this. She had no choice.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Tevat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge. Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose.
We saw like a pile of dead kids in the animation.
They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
So the doctor was in play at this time when she was the mother.
So those were the experiments Clervie was talking about. But what actually happened to her? You said that Clervie was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clervie tried to convince her to stop what she was doing, Crucibina probably would have listened, right?
She should have just talked to her. Yeah, that would have worked. I didn't think of that.
Despite being Clervie's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clervie to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she treated all her children equally. Clervie did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina had created. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clervie's age, who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruere.
But who's Perry, though?
Wait, the friend that Clervie mentioned?
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now. Clervie was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit.
Look at her.
Peruere, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded.
Wait, I think I get it now.
Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first.
Go away, Primo
While
Gem.
Clervie longed for freedom, Peruere was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clervie told Peruere that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clervie proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that kept her going was her strength of will.
In the animation, she had like bandages on her face when they were sitting by the window one night.
Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Peruere would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day that light simply vanished.
Oh no. What happened?
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Peruere weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever.
So all she could do was fight.
It was during this time that Peruere suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Mother herself. Clervie rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power.
Not enough to beat a
Trying to
kid.
kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success.
Said, no, I'd win.
Clervie
She's
never
part Hilly
gave
Churl.
another reason, but Peruere could see it written all over her face. Clervie still thought
Saying
of
it's her mom.
Crucibina as her mother. Killing her own flesh and blood was a line she couldn't bring herself to cross.
That's the real truth.
If she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained.
Dying. This is what I said day of watching video. That Clervie definitely killed herself, or she gave herself up. Now, the reason why was a little unclear. I thought they were just fighting for that position that the mother wanted so bad to, like, have at the second in command. But no, she couldn't run away. She couldn't kill her mom. She couldn't bring herself to do it. So she was like, I'll just die. I'll just let you kill me.
Precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be free.
So she technically just allowed herself to be killed, which in a way, killing herself.
It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Peruere. The very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, Clervie decided to let Peruere end her life.
Damn. Now that we know she purposefully stepped into the sword. This wasn't even a battle for them that was set up by the mother. She stepped into the sword during a regular sparring session to just die. She killed herself. She did. And then Arlecchino freaks out, knowing what she was driven to, said, I'm going to kill your mom. She said it was a fierce battle, though, not one to the death. I mean, the kids in the House with Hearth fiercely battle now whenever they have problems. They do it now with swords and weapons and all this stuff. But if you listen to the voice line in the actual trailer, she says, sorry to Arlecchino. She's clear that she's like, yeah, you didn't expect this.
From that moment on, Peruere's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across her path to success.
Yeah, I was like, sorry.
It was
Thank
the very
you. Thank you for the
result she had
freedom.
predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was?
I got chills, dude. The way she raised her hand, she took that deep breath in, killing the very person at the top, getting revenge, getting vengeance.
Who, Sabina, you mean? But...
Correct. This is the place where Peruere killed her best friend. A mere year later.
1 year later.
This is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Only those who survive get to write the rules.
Guys, I'm starting to think that Arlecchino might be Peruere. I don't know what you think, but man.
Peruere won the battle and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name. Arlecchino.
What a delivery! I can't wait to see
So the
Paimon's
Perry Clervie was talking about...
reaction to this.
It was you all along. You're Peruere. Arlecchino is just a name you got later.
Paimon's like, what the fuck? Wait, you, Peruere, Arlecchino, it's you! It's you!
I left that name behind long ago.
It's Peruere.
I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories.
Peruere is such a sweet name for her.
After I defeated
Such a French name.
Crispina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity. Not only as Arlecchino, but as father.
Who needs a mother when you got a father?
And that is where the story ends. Any more questions?
Thank you for sharing that. I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay these days. The Clervie we met, though, who is she? A ley line overflow?
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clervie wasn't a little kid when she was killed. So the Clervie we met... Was she really a spirit at all?
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. Something left over in the wake of blaze and ruin.
So a ley line.
You see, a certain power runs through my
Oh,
veins.
or through you?
It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume.
It's not unlike my curse. Flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume.
Of course. The chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clervie is a very special case.
Yeah, what did the doctor do to you to make you like this?
Clervie died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years' worth, however, and it would be like living in the past. Like returning to a version of yourself that never grew up.
Also, was the version of yourself with the strongest will.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clervie is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present, but she truly lives in the confines of her own past.
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clervie for a long time.
Indeed.
So why be quiet while they
She's a
investigate
rather
this?
Volatile and unstable entity. Sometimes she would look after the children. She's even saved some of their lives.
Really? So who are you looking for, though? Because you're actively looking for somebody.
But
who are you looking for?
Other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who will listen.
Are you still looking for her?
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time.
And when she was a kid, she kept trying to expose him.
Your attempts to expose Clervie to sunlight. They failed, yes. The reason is actually quite simple. In Clervie's mind, the house is impossible to escape. And it is this very perception that traps her there.
That's really sad.
But no matter.
Oh.
All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved.
Oh.
I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash will be left behind this time.
So you're looking for Clervie. Got it. You are looking for Clervie. She said that like he was going to the grocery store to pick up bananas. Like, I gotta go get this and do this, and then we'll be good. I'll be home.
I can understand why you might want her gone, but isn't there another way?
Well, she already is gone. This is just a lingering bit of her mind.
So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend. At least talk to her first.
That's true. That could be another good way.
It's too late for that.
She'll know you.
She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. That goes for Filial and Nentoy as well. She's had quite the effect on them.
You're gonna kill them all?
I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without question is a trait we both share. Because that is how a household should be run.
Yeah, but didn't you at one point really fucking hate her for doing that stuff? Don't you think it's a little messed up? It should be changed or stopped. I get the principle, but like, that's the reason why she's dead today.
Is this really what you want to do?
Oh my god, I just got jump scared. Lumine's had like 30 voice lines this quest that I've had to read.
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
That's a jump scare every time.
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger and sorrow.
Every time they want Lumine and Aether in the booth, they're just like, yeah, come in, we got a script ready for you. It's like a fortune cookie. That's the lines for the day, for like the year.
Anger makes you impulsive.
It's like
sorrow
whatever's in
causes
there.
you to waver. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here
The
by
lucky
nightfall.
numbers are.
I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I give your friends quite a bit more time. As for what happens now, we'll just have to wait and see.
Gulping. You'll collect that. That's for Risley, right? That bug.
Here they are, Father.
We got the whole family up in here, Clervie. The siblings.
Ah, you gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a first for me.
This kid needs to be locked the fuck up.
Lenny!
This is such a demented little child.
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time. But I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Huh?
She recognizes.
Are you... Perry?
She sees it.
Indeed, it's been a while, Clervie.
Perry!
Just talk to her.
Shh. Stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first, I believe certain scores need settling.
She's gonna go for the throat. What's about to happen?
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Oh,
Father!
Dad?
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that, you must be punished. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
Thank God they don't make NPCs look hot, because this would be hard to accept.
By traitors? Do you mean us?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Fultz. Why don't you share what you heard?
Uh-oh.
Yes, Father. Secret midnight meeting number 3. Participants: Filial, Nantoi, Sato, Toddy.
Y'all got your coffins picked out yet? Because I want to go with the blue one.
Nantoi clearly said, "If only Father wasn't the one who took us in."
Why'd you give him a voice? You didn't have to do that.
Sato added, "I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal person." Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
This fucking little shit.
I did not! You're lying! Fultz is trying to frame us.
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clervie. You were using all those things Clervie brought up as an excuse to question Father. We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it. That's what you said, wasn't it?
Oh my god. This is my most hated character in Genshin Impact now. I hate you more than anybody.
You little. You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh?
He kills kittens for fun because he didn't know what it'd feel like, man. What do you expect?
And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then. What's your reason for all this?
Yeah, Shapaloo.
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our family.
Yo, he does kind of look a little like Timmy.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do, Filial. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That kind of thing is hard to forget. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings. A lot of the things you talked about really crossed the line.
You've been spying on us for half
7
a month?
meetings?
Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all in one place. You've had this planned all along.
Filial, Nantoi, I'm sorry.
What is I'm sorry going to help right here, Shapaloo? I'm about to die.
I owe you both my life. I owe Clervie too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, I wouldn't be standing here today. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness, even if it cost me my life. But rules are rules. I'm sorry. My hands are tied.
Why? Why?
I'm just waiting for Arlecchino to take him out.
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake, and we should own up to it. We broke the rules, plain and simple. And now we have to face the consequences. I'm sorry, Shaplo. Fultz. I'm sorry, Father.
She's just willing to take them out.
We accept our punishment.
Shaplo, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these traitors be punished?
Via execution.
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
And so it shall be.
You gotta be like in a panic state knowing how quick you're about to die. That little shit doesn't even feel bad. I'll be mistaken.
Father, please
Yes! Lenny, you got
Something
this.
you want to say, Linny?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did, does it really count as betrayal? We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like.
The brokenness in his
I'm
voice.
not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So please, Father, please reconsider.
I agree with Linny.
Got another one.
Father, please.
3 for 3.
Linny, you...
How about anybody else who's brave want to stand up? You think she's gonna kill all of us? She ain't gonna have nobody else in the house of the hearth. It's gonna be the house of the empty. Come on, stand up.
I also agree with Linny.
All right, that's what I'm saying. She can't kill all of us, surely, right? She wouldn't, right? Because she needs like operatives and like family and like.
An order once given cannot be rescinded. However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose we shall have to go about this a different way. Draw your weapons and face me.
Okay.
Our weapons?
Does this mean we're all gonna die? Lady's like, all right, never mind. You can take them, not me.
Father, are you referring to a duel?
Precisely. The rules of the house will not be altered. Traitors must be punished. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
So we're literally fighting for our lives.
Wait. Beat Father in a duel?
Impossible. Father is way too strong, even for Lenny.
But we got you three, the NPCs, and the main character. We could surely do this. I got a credit card. C6. He is that bitch. He ain't scared. Oh, damn. All right, Lenny. Okay. Okay. We're gonna get the bell on and everything. He's ready to go.
Did you hear that, Traveler? Lenny and the others have to duel the Knave. What should we do? Can they really win something like that? If they lose, those people from the house are really gonna be executed. Hey, are you listening?
Why could they not give her voice lines here? Is she really executing them? Is that what she wants?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
They replayed the same ones from before.
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Back then, she never actually answered my questions. But that makes the answer pretty obvious, does it not?
Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess that means there's no chance she's throwing the duel on purpose, huh?
There's no way the Knave would lose on purpose, although...
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
She knew it was going to happen, that I knew it referred to this fight in particular.
What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
So stand with him.
Traveler?
Yeah, that goes hard. Wait, this frame, like no cam on screen, look at this. That goes so hard, that frame. It's like, I will defend them no matter what. I like to see for myself what the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers can do.
Join the duel against the Knave?
Yeah, Paimon, you're in it too. Come on. We're gonna shish kebab you.
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all.
It's just right here.
All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less, and you may just lose your life.
Oh my god, it's about to happen. It's actually going down right here, right now, isn't it? Why is she walking toward me like that? Hey, hey, yo, chill. Wait, I don't.
Closer now.
Oh shit! I don't know if I have like the right kit on for this. I just got your character. She's not built yet.
Quietly now.
You don't know I have years of Abyss experience. Shield.
Rising flames.
I'll attack you with you, bitch.
Is it my turn now?
No, please don't do anything yet.
Now that's more like it.
I should have no issues, right?
Transfixed.
I'm gonna keep using you with you.
Hang in there.
I'm not very built yet. I just got you.
Ball of darkness. Destruction shall
I did
rise.
no crit.
Have a taste of purgatory.
Dude, look at the animations for this fight. I can't even focus on the fight because I just want to look at it.
Rising flames.
Shit.
solidify.
Look at you.
What is this, man?
Trapped like a bunch of helpless animals.
The voice lines, too. You don't gotta insult us. I know, Lenny, that's the plan. That's how you fight.
Game's up.
Okay, we should be able to be done with it in this cycle. God, I'm about to die.
Like a fly tangled in a web.
I'm about to die, I'm about to die, I'm about to die, I'm about to die!
Their father's even stronger than I expected.
With these rising flames.
Rain outlines your fate.
Okay, let's try
Let me
this.
weave.
First, charge attack. Go to town.
Getting here.
There we go. There we go. Now we're making some damage here.
You've proven to be a worthy opponent. With these rising flames.
Shit. You hear the beat?
Stabilize.
And voila! Laid bare.
All right, there we go. Ain't no way she's about to just full on unleash on us, right? Dog. Bro. She just busted everywhere. Oh my God, I would spend anything. I would spend anything. Where's my wallet? Every credit card I have, take it. Take all of them. Take the whole damn thing.
Who's next? Be my fate.
Hold on. Hold on, wait, whoa. Let me tell you something. Hold on, let me tell you something. Give me a
Watch out for father's
second.
movements.
What the fuck is this boss? No. Wait a minute. I don't have a healer. My shielder just died. You gotta give me a second.
Now's our chance.
I got one shot. Lynette, Lenny, I'm gonna need you to help out a little bit more here, sweethearts.
Only ruin remains.
Take it easy.
This is a crazy boss.
Struggling vein. Overruled.
I really need an ult soon.
Watch out for father's movements.
Please give me an ult. Dear God, give me an ult. I think I can still win.
Made manifest.
Time to act.
This moveset is the best in Genshin Impact. Damn.
Game's up. From Ring cutter.
Now's our
I
chance.
don't have any food ready to go, do I? Fuck. Yelan, you solo. Yelan solos.
Take it easy.
Sundown is only the beginning.
I did not plan for this fight. Oh, here we go. The dodging from Lamina. Bro, they have cooked the best cutscene here for a Harbinger fight. Yeah! That's my boy! Using the bell!
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Dude.
Oh, I know.
He had a plan.
No!
Lenny had a plan! Let's fucking go!
I'm sorry, father!
The way he said I'm sorry at the end. Oh my God!
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
She ate them up! This is the craziest thing they made. She has them all entangled. Oh no, oh no. R.I.P. all the NPCs 1 through 4. Nice, Lumine. Nice. Yes.
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
Did she just put me in a goddamn genjutsu?
Crimson Moon.
She said,
I can't.
it's a Sokonomi. Oh my god. Alright, don't fuck with me like that.
Still, not strong enough to beat me.
Look at the vision on the back. What the fuck did I just witness, man?
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. We wouldn't want things to get too out of hand.
I'm not having a barbecue with you after this. I'm gonna need years of therapy. Did you see the true power that she is withholding in? Do you see the back of her neck? It had the Fatui symbol. Is that the delusion? Is that the power of a delusion in somebody in the hands of the number 4? We're not strong enough to beat even the number 4. It's very clear. We would have died there. If she so happened to want us to die, it would not even have been an issue. We have so much to learn. That was the most amazing animation Genshin Impact has ever put in their video game. It was 1v4. She caught them both, had multiple forms, got us soloed. Imagine what Dotoria will do, or Capitano, or somebody else who's also like just got this insane power. We are gonna need some serious power upgrades. That is, hats off to the voicing team for this, the direction team, the animation studio. I mean, for the whole project, it's amazing.
Brother, are you all right?
The developers, I mean.
Lenny.
Given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed, the punishment stands.
No!
You're gonna kill her?
I never thought things would end like this.
I'll put up a good fight, though.
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination.
Oh, okay, that's a however.
In light of this, I'm prepared to change the method of execution.
Okay, so maybe they don't have to die. It would be sad if they die, but I'd be like, oh, it's an NPC. I think her biggest misconception is that she's weaker than the 1 through 3. She might be up there with being stronger than them.
Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but
Bottle
I kept them
flames.
super safe. I didn't lose a single one.
Oh, we're gonna have to kill off.
Wonderful. Then,
You know.
in just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
I hope she says goodbye at least.
Flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be burned away.
If it comes from her body, this is me.
If you can withstand the pain, when you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth, and will be expelled from the organization.
Wow. Wait. This is a plot twist. The only way... She just gave him a choice. It's freedom by memory loss, or I have to kill you. She put them in a position that she knew they would execute and get themselves in trouble and break rules. There's 2 ways to pay penance.
In other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up
They don't have a
in the
choice.
house. and give you.
Well, they said no, that she's gonna kill him. But this is her plan all along, you know? So that means the young man that I thought had looked familiar, the one selling newspapers outside the house of Palace Marmonia, has been killed. He just forgot.
Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self.
They'll be like turned in as a death report. This is kind of sad though. You're losing the good things that you know. But will they know each other? No, if my understanding of the Knave is right, she really thinks of that as killing them, which kind of in a way it is. The Peruere that lived in the house of the hearth is dead. The one that remains is simply a normal person living out his life with his beloved. Even so, it's much better than actually ending their lives.
So, you're just letting us go, Father?
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you.
So what about each other, though?
I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survives will be nothing but a stranger.
Fremonade's not my blood.
Even so, I won't have to live in fear anymore. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down, but I really...
Don't cry, Filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver. Don't let yourself be controlled by your emotions.
Of course.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Foltz, Elwar. Take them back to Poisson. And bring Linny and the others as well.
They're still in shambles and shock. She like wanted to do one last test to see if they could actually fend for themselves out there in the wild. And maybe the gauge for her is like, if they can kind of keep up with me, then they can survive against anything out there.
I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames.
It's a weird
As for whether
fatherly
to take them,
choice.
the choice is yours.
Oh, oh, this is a choice. They can go and live their lives. We don't have to forget ours. I thought she meant everybody.
Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father.
No, they're not going to take
for
it.
all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
We're the favorites for sure. Yeah, keep in mind that the Traveler didn't use the elements. She just used her raw, dull blade.
Father.
In the end, this was a good decision by the father.
Let's go.
Here, grab my arm, Linny. I'll help you walk back.
Thank you.
Are they all going back? Yeah. So what we're going to do about you? Give the Traveler like a banner sword or something. Whatever we're wearing in game.
Can we talk now? I've been waiting for a super long time.
Yeah, like 20 years.
You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up? Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming? What a long dream.
Neither. You died, Clervie. That's what happened.
She keeps it a buck. You die, kid.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Look, she's done speechless.
God, this is my favorite character. This is just because it is. She's so who she is, so blunt. If this is really Clervie's younger self, then I would say she probably had enough lies. That's true. Oh.
Okay then.
All right.
Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that?
Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry, that means Mother is gone, isn't she?
She knows it all ended well.
Can you tell me about it? I want to know what happened to her.
Yeah, I kicked her in the air like
And
this.
to me.
Like that. Don't worry.
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky. You wanted to see the aurora, so one night we promised each other we would go to Snezhnaya to see it together. Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make an example of you by slowly torturing you over time. That way, the other children would know what happens to traitors. Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the children she raised. But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. Your efforts may have only delayed the inevitable, but still. You gave them hope.
She's snowballed.
You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me. On that gloomy day, you told me...
Sorry, thank you.
For the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly possess is the freedom to choose to die.
She chose to kill herself.
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down. But somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. And I always hoped that person would be you. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice. Even when I first met you, I knew you'd be able to do what I couldn't.
Is that so? Even now, I'm not sure I truly understand what kind of freedom you were trying to pursue. But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. The freedom to choose their own fate. It's something I discussed with the Iudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization. In return, they will be allowed to live a normal life in Fontaine without being prosecuted for their past.
That is incredible.
Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it. Only freedom that is earned has true value.
That's more than enough. That's exactly the kind of life I was fighting for. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king, and a really great father, too.
Peak Genshin Impact writing. I hope everybody, no matter what gripes you have with Genshin, and I have a lot of them, we can all agree that this is a well-written story. That's one thing they can do, is write a damn good story.
I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
I don't think we can make it to Snezhnaya yet.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places. Perhaps they would be willing to tell you what the outside world is
Okay,
like.
but you've been to everywhere except, like, Liyue.
Really? Of course! We've traveled all over the place. We've got so many stories, we could probably talk your ears off for 3 days straight!
Or 3 years. Talk about the land of Animo, the land of Geo. Let's start with Geo.
Ah, that's where Mora comes from. I never knew that before. If I had some Mora, I would buy 3 new dresses. One for me, one for Perry, and one for Mother.
She still had so much love for her abusive mother.
Just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, well, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either.
So fucked.
I guess I'd just have to keep them all for me then. I could wear a different one every day.
Man. Talk about the land of Animo. I feel like I'm like on the brink of crying, bro. That's so sad.
I used to dream of being a bard.
Nobody would play dress up with her.
Playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom? Even if there was no one there to listen, I would have continued to sing no matter what.
Venti does. He doesn't stop. Talk about the land of Electro.
Those yokai you mentioned, what do they look like?
It's honestly like a good recap, too, for
I
us.
once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head and a super scary face. Are there any yokai like that?
Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni.
I was gonna say Ito.
Yep, we get one and let Paimon tell you. They're not nearly as scary as...
Max Middleton punching the air right now. Alright, Lavender Melon. Alright, talk about the land of Dendro.
I was always too afraid to skip Mother's fighting lessons. But at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class. Things that have nothing to do with studying. I'm just kidding. Being able to study whatever you want without having to fear for your life actually sounds pretty great.
It's not always been that great there. This is so sad to hear her say these little things. Being able to like have freedom. Eventually, the conversation returns to Fontaine, the nation she once called home.
The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime, and they were going to have to stand trial at the Opera Epicles.
Oh,
The Oratrice Mechanique down at least
that must have been
Colonel.
hard for all of you. What happened next?
We saved Fontaine from
We were
water.
able to turn the situation around super quickly. All thanks to Detective Paimon, of course.
Did you just have this in your pants?
How'd you do that? Come on, tell me.
She always brings this up. This has become like a reoccurring thing.
Okay, so it was like this. After the failed magic show, we rushed to the scene and...
Oh man, Clervie is listening really intently to Paimon's story about our time in Fontaine. She seems really happy, like all of her troubles have been forgotten. Maybe this is the first time she's been able to truly relax, but I'm not sure how long this moment can last.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time.
As time passes, she'll probably forget everything we've told her and go back to being a scared little girl who couldn't hide in the shadows. Huh, I was so busy thinking, I almost didn't notice. The sun's risen. She's out in the sun, that's what's different already. What? She's here. One more cutscene to say goodbye to Clervie.
Clervie, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well? Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Peruere. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Oh,
Clervie.
that one hit so different. That one hit like a ton of rocks.
She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures. But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye. Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new day.
What a line, bro.
Father?
I don't want to forget you, Dad.
It's Lenny! Hey, Lenny! What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
She prepared 3 extra bottles. If we wanted freedom, we could take it. But I don't think they're gonna take it.
Father,
So tall.
the bottled flames have been administered. Filio and the others have left the house.
I would have loved to see a cutscene of them drinking that.
And you? What have you decided?
I'm staying.
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But we never wanted to leave the house. It's the only home we've ever known.
You're my dad.
Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été. But I decided to come back and tell you where we stood.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. Yet you seem to have different ideas, I must admit. I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay.
You knew they would.
There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is a heavy responsibility. One not so easily carried by someone forced onto the throne.
I just never understood what you saw in me. What made you believe I was deserving of that throne?
You're brave, talented, and, most importantly, you cherish your family.
That's so sweet. Lenny grown up fully as like the king would go crazy. Like I would love to see a fan concept art of him as like a big, strong guy.
You would do anything to protect them, even if it costs you your life.
True.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all thanks to you that we were able to convince Father to back down.
You're a hero, Linny.
Faults don't strangle no more kids, okay? I mean kittens.
Hero. Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel,
nope.
There's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning.
Yeah.
From the very moment she suggested a duel. I'm not deserving
She's scary, man.
I'm not strong enough or smart enough.
I gotta go back and watch that fight again.
You're wrong. In my opinion,
you're wrong. You're strong enough.
All you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act on it. We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For someone of your talent, though, that's something that will come with time. Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you.
That's conviction.
That capacity to honor your convictions is what I truly see in you.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes. Caution will only hold you back. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor.
True.
Back then,
that's a good
there was still a
point.
considerable gap between our abilities.
But the conviction led her to like go overdrive, unlock Super Saiyan mode, and blow him up. Also, you're kind of like an experiment, baby. You got some crazy powers in you.
Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand, Father. Thank you.
So many valuable lessons.
Children
as
must
a parent.
grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one, so I'll ask you one last time. Are you certain you want to stay?
Is she proposing to me? Oh, she's talking to Lenny. Shit.
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Plus, with Project Stuzha at hand, there are many dangers ahead.
Stuzha.
And I, for one, don't intend to back down.
Project Stuzha.
Protecting my family at all costs. That's my conviction.
I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with that.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuzha, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson.
And she means that.
Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks,
Who wants to be here will
the House of the
thrive.
Hearth
That's
is
true.
like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for our prey to come to us.
This was kind of like a test of who really is dedicated to the family at the end of the day. Because those others were probably more than welcome to stay if they had the focus and the willpower to stay in it. And they decided to. But they, at the end, drank the bottles.
At
And
present,
got out. They weren't
our
supposed to be here
imperative
anyways.
is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter.
She's so dramatic.
No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded.
She's so dramatic.
And no sacrifice shall be in vain. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment.
Friend or foe? So you're saying there's an option?
No matter how arduous the journey ahead, I hope we both reach our desired destination.
That project might lead us to having some other things happen. All of my team is almost dead.
Lynette? Fremine? How are you feeling?
Much better.
After almost dying?
Whew, what a relief.
What about you? Are you feeling all right?
I'm right as
I
rain.
knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the other hand...
By this much.
Well, we've been bedridden for 2 days. I couldn't even turn over. Oh, and I wanted to ask, is Clervie gone?
Yeah, that was like his friend too for a month. For
Lenny and
longer.
the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been any more sightings of a spirit roaming the house.
Her wish has been fulfilled.
I see.
I'm glad. Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crusabina.
About time.
Clervie. Actually, I've met Crusabina before.
Okay, so Fremine is way older than we thought. If Lenny and Lynette are in their 20s... Wait, that's crazy.
Wait, what? You've met the former Knave?
How old are you, kid?
Crusabina died a year after Clervie.
Oh.
It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth.
Oh, wait, he is older. He's not older, he was just there before them? Wait. Wait. Am I dumb? Oh, then that means Arlecchino's not that much older than all of them. Oh, Arlecchino's probably like 25, 26. And then they're like just 20. So he was like a kid. He was like a little baby.
Crusabina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. While she was alive,
Damn.
the atmosphere in the house was suffocating.
So you barely were a little younger.
When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike,
I always think of
gone.
like...
Crusabina never talked about the past with us newcomers.
Fremine is like 6 years old in my head.
A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crusabina and burned all her files. With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments, Clervie included, were lost to the flames, along with the painful memories they represented.
Wow.
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but
Wow.
she never mentioned anything about Crusabina or Clervie.
So when Arlecchino was like 17/18, she took in Lenny and Lynette. Like she was a couple months after becoming the father.
It really seems like something she was planning to keep to herself. The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about it. The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. Whatever happened in the past, it has nothing to do with who we are now.
I love the
And
impression.
that's what Father told us in the end.
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crucibina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been. The members of the house meant nothing to her. To say that she valued them in any way, even just as a tool, would probably be giving her too much credit.
True.
If
Crucibina was the
taken
ultimate
over
evil.
The House of the Hearth, I probably would have already.
Damn.
Father
Don't think about it, man.
brings
He
up the
could
fact
die,
that
though.
She saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us together.
True,
But
I agree, though.
even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. Because this is our home. We may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave. But as long as Father is here, we will always have a home.
Wow.
Whether the path
These two
before
got a
us is
lot of good
bathed in sunlight
development, too.
or shrouded in shadow, we'll follow Father wherever she chooses to go. So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis. Without your help, we could have lost a lot more along the way.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Paimon, you didn't do anything. Thank you, Fremine. I did a shit ton of stuff. Just invite us back as guests and we'll call it even
Of
for a
course.
barbecue.
You're welcome anytime.
Are Filio and Nantoy okay?
They don't know us.
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking about one of the operas that started running recently.
That's so sad, but
They seemed
good for them.
happy. If I had to take a guess, I would say they finally found the kind of life they always wished for.
Damn. What an absolute peak quest. There wasn't a single moment of that when I wasn't like engaged. I think the only way, I will say this is the only way it could have been better if I didn't watch the animation beforehand. Main takeaway that I like so much is the fatherly themes about tough love, making your kids strong in a really healthy way. This way it almost cost them their lives, but she was actually gonna kill them. But it's also testing loyalty, you know, and it's making sure she has all these things fulfilled and they want to be with her. They're not just feeling they have to be or indebted. It was fantastic. I have to revive my characters that literally died in the fight because they were not ready or built to go. My favorite story quest by far in Genshin Impact, not even saying that out of recency bias. I think that was truly the most well-written, well-animated, well-voiced, and well-put-together stories of the entire story quest universe. Let me know what you thought down below. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. Come to twitch.tv/DuckTV to watch more live. All I gotta say now is enjoy the view. Thanks for watching.